Ridley Scott gives a bit of details about the upcoming Alien movie. Now, is the movie going to take place after Alien Covenant or the 10-year gap between Prometheus and Alien Covenant? Now, Ridley did say it is being written now, and we know that Alan Dean Foster is writing a book that is set during the 10-year gap. Now, this is what Ridley says. There'll be 3 or 4 different players coming in to investigate, one of which will be the engineers arriving back to find their planet decimated. I think those ships come and go on regular intervals. I see them as the gardeners of space. Where we go next is obvious. We're going to actually go to the planet. So no real details of when this is taking place, because it is inconceivable that the engineer's possible homeworld gets decimated without any investigation during that 10-year gap. I mean, even Weyland-Yutani, there's no investigation. Now, during the 10-year gap, the engineers and Weyland-Yutani must have investigated. We know that there are 2 types of engineers. There's the humanoid-looking engineers and the biomechanical engineers. And of course, we heard about the colonial marines, which could have investigated during that 10-year gap. So this is making 3 players. Now, the 4th, I'm not really sure of. There is a possibility that David contacted Weyland-Yutani, or Weyland, I don't know when it switched over, during his time on the Juggernaut. Also, we know there was some kind of battle because the Juggernaut crashed and the docking station crashed, because we don't see the docking station in the movie in Alien Covenant. Like Ridley said, I think those ships come and go on regular intervals. So they must have come during that 10-year gap. A while after the decimation of the engineers, other engineers could have arrived and attacked the Juggernaut and the docking station. David defended himself and possibly shot down engineer ships that landed elsewhere. Now, if you look at the poster, those events didn't occur in Alien Covenant. The engineers that crash landed, some probably survived and were face-hugged eventually. The humanoid and biomechanical xenomorphs could have occurred. Along come the colonial marines, and they eventually get face-hugged as well. Because in the Alien novel, the Alien Covenant novelization, it talks about how there's various xenomorphs in David's lab. So that could be the humanoid xenomorph, humanoid engineer xenomorph, the biomechanical engineer xenomorph, and it could be the human type xenomorph. So we don't really know. But definitely in the novelization, there were xenomorphs that were in David's labs, and there were various kinds. So it would definitely mean that Shaw and David are in the next movie, as well as xenomorphs and neomorphs. And who knows, maybe the neomorphs and xenomorphs fight each other. I mean, we'll see. I need more information.